Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Hate to start your Saturday this way, but I already made a members post about this. Might as well get the weekend off with a bang. Last week, we did a show about Oaklee Snow, had her family on. They're very upset, super nice people. And as you know, Oaklee's been missing since, her father last saw her in January, but witnesses saw her in February, and she was with her mother in her mother's arms, either asleep or unconscious, is how it was described. So this story, as you know, involves three people. I'm not really going to get further into it for this clip anyway, because we're going to do a live about this situation. Rowan is her mother's boyfriend. This is her mother, Madison. There's Madison. There's the boyfriend, Rowan. They're both in jail, one in Colorado and one in North Carolina. He's in jail in Colorado for a warrant out of Oklahoma for abusing Oaklee and her mother. Madison is in jail in North Carolina for abandoning her 7-month-old, plus in relation to Oaklee's disappearance, neglect, and some other things. Well, yesterday, it was reported that possible remains were found. They are remains, their child remains, possibly Oaklee. They haven't been positively ID'd yet, but odds are they are Oaklee. We're definitely going to do a live about this because I'm furious about this. All the writing was on the wall back in October of 2022 when Rowan was charged by the police in Oklahoma for abusing Oaklee. Madison still chose to associate with him and took her 2 children, Oaklee and her newborn baby, to Indiana with him. Now we await positive identification of child remains believed to be Oaklee. The whole thing makes me sick. I'm just disgusted. And every situation where something like this happens, there is something behind it. There's some mitigating factor. There's always a bad childhood, maybe. There's a mental illness. There's drugs. I don't care. I just don't care in any of these cases, but this one particularly because it was already known that he was a bad dude. This was a choice made by Madison to stay in contact with him. And now we await identification of child remains. It's horrible, horrible. Look at this clip with me. Please leave me a comment and tell me what you think. I know you will, and I love it.
PD is leading an investigation in Morgan County. That's where a child's remains were discovered. Right now, we don't know the identity of those remains or what led police to that location. All of this comes after months of searching for this missing 2-year-old, last seen here in Indianapolis. Tonight, we know that police believe that little Oaklee Snow is dead tonight and disposed of somewhere. Our Logan Gay walks us through these new details just uncovered in the investigation into the girl's disappearance.
Hoosiers have been desperately searching for 2-year-old Oaklee Snow for months. Police say she and her 7-month-old brother were taken from their home in Oklahoma here to Indianapolis by their mother, Madison Marshall, and her boyfriend, Rowan Waters. According to court documents, Oaklee was last seen by a witness in February, being carried out of a drug house in Indianapolis, wrapped in a blanket and looking unconscious. Marshall's boyfriend also later admitted to abandoning the 7-month-old at the drug house. In March, Marshall was charged for abandoning the 7-month-old. And police announced despite several searches and interviews, Oaklee had not been found, believed to be dead and disposed of. Fast forward to Friday. IMPD confirmed they found child remains in Morgan County. The coroner has not identified them yet and are not releasing what led to detectives finding the remains. I reached out to Oaklee's grandmother, and she said their family is still waiting for a positive identification, and they don't know anything further at this time. A local volunteer named Janie Dubbs, who has been actively trying to help find Oaklee here in Indianapolis, told me the volunteers are holding on to hope during this tough time. She told me this in a statement. Although Hoosiers wanted to get answers for the family, this will not be the answers we would want. We are all praying with and for the family until we know for sure. In Indianapolis, Logan Gay, 13 News.